I'm live on YouTube. And then last but not least, because I am trying to get more exposure, I'm gonna try to get onto Twitch as well. What's up on YouTube? It's your boy Derek, aka Daft Sheep, and yes, it's another Fold and Talk. Um, all right, and that was a sound. Think I'm here or what are y'all? What are y'all made noise? Somebody made noise. I don't know who, but somebody made a noise. Somebody down there made a noise. Okay, that's what's up. All right, how we doing? All right, and now we're gonna go to this stream information. Fold and talk. All right, JRPG hot takes. Hopefully, people will jump in because they see. But yeah, so you guys know the drill now. You guys know the drill at this point. You know how it is, guys. If you've seen this before, that I pretty much go on here and I fold clothes and I talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know. So this time around, I am talking about, and I'm going to be streaming. So I think it is streaming now. God willing. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. It is streaming now. Hey, welcome in on KE on TikTok. Hello. It's gonna be so interesting trying to do like boop, 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 boop. But hopefully this goes out well. This goes well. My the wife gets so many clothes. Anyways, it's all good. All right. I'm done with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. We don't need this anymore. So we should be okay there. Okay. Somebody's on YouTube. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about this. So many clothes I'm doing. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna do like the whole like the way of I think I want to sort these out by, different types. Yes, laundry party, let's go. Anywho, um, but yes, welcome in everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, like I said, today is gonna be about like I'm gonna chat a bit about what you call it. Talk about that. Talk about them JRPGs. Just like a little heads up though, I am not too familiar with a lot. I can still talk about things like how I feel about stuff nowadays. That's how I do it, man. Turn on one Mount Everest into several. Right, right. Somebody gets it. Thank you, parties. Stars. 12. But yeah, somebody gets it, man. That struggle be real life stuff. Anyways, that's what I did a lot of times when I was single. Because I would just be like, wife stuff. Say for the wife stuff in first, at least. Get that out of the way. But yeah, I'll just put things separately. But in any case, yeah, his tea is, but it's better chores than doing the dishes. You know what? I might do a chores. I might actually do a topic on chores one day because to be real, um, any chore is kind of okay. It's just it is a stress relief depending on when and how you do it and where you're doing it. Oh, thank you. Just finished my okay. That's what's up. But yes, I I don't mind doing dishes. Uh, dishes can be okay. I think I just like I used to work at Domino's, so it's like, should I even say that? Why did I say that, man? Anyways, but yes, when he's working at Domino's, and it's like, but I don't mind doing it like at home and such. It's kind of relaxing. But anyways, that's what I was saying about like stuff like the JRPG stuff. I think I can still give a hot take on current stuff or even remakes. I haven't played them, but it's like I can still give views on what I want to play. So yes. In any case, um, thank you for dropping in. Um, as far as as far as certain JRPGs, I'll just get out of the way because I imagine some people might ask something like, what's your favorite series? I've always liked the Final Fantasy series. Real talk. I know it might sound basic, but like Final Fantasy is just dope. Like real talk. It's just um and I think one of the things I like about that series is just how different it gets, but that is kind of its drawback too. Is that it gets too different. So if you're trying to you know, recommend it to people, it's all based off of like I guess preference or whatever. Um and of course I like Shin Megami. There's like particularly I like the Persona series, and I did start playing Nocturne, and I do actually like that. Um, the press system is actually probably one of the most genius systems ever. I think my only thing with Shin Megami Tensei 3 isn't so. It's not hard if you've never played a JRPG. It's not. It's honestly it's pretty. I'm not gonna say simple, but you know it's pretty okay. It's just at times, um, of course they don't give you. Of course they don't hold your hand, which is a thing. But it's like I think one of the things that's kind of annoying. This is one of the things like most JRPGs do this, and this is kind of an annoyance where it starts becoming: is it hard or is it just or is it difficult or is it just a matter of they I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say bad game design, but it's like, for instance, you have it where, um, like, okay, most games. I'm not saying you have to tell me what exactly is going to beat the boss or what to, but it's like, it's one thing. Okay, you grind and such and blah blah blah. That's cool. You know, like I played Dragon Quest 8. I love that game, by the way, and I really wish, seeing that they're coming out with Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. Um, I really hope, I am really hoping that they come out with 8 because that would be a great game to play again. I love that game. I didn't beat it, I rented it. Remember that back in the day, trying to rent JRPGs? That was a task. But anyways, my thing was that um, what was so annoying is that it was like it's one thing when you go to a boss and it's like, okay, it's overpowered. Like there was this one boss I remember. It was like early in Dragon Quest 8. I think it was like the squid boss. And like you go and you're like thinking like you're doing fine, and you're like, oh snap, like this thing is actually strong. Like it like practically one shot at me. So I had to like go up 2 levels or whatever, and then I eventually I beat it. Like that's one thing. If it's like, okay, a boss is too powerful, like you have to level up. Then it's like another thing of like, okay, like say for instance, like in Shin Megami Tensei, there was a part where they were like, oh, the boss is this monster. And I remembered, oh, that monster, oh, it's just a giant version of these things, which were weak to this element. So, okay, I just need to have that, be prepared for this said element. And then it was fine. I was able to beat it. But it's another where, okay, it's not that the boss is overpowered, or it's not even about the fact that there's a type of weakness or whatever, but there's a type of strategy you got to use, but they don't give you that heads up. And then, like, you wind up, like, getting, that's where it gets annoying. And that's, to me, it's just like, okay, this is not, it's not bad. It's not so difficult or so frustrating where it's like, oh my gosh, like, it's the fact that, like, I didn't, it's kind of hard. It's like, okay, I didn't want, um okay, like, obviously it didn't matter what level I was at, or of course I have the level up. But then also it's like, I even though I knew about the monster, I didn't know what to do about it. And then, like, here's a new type of strategy that's never occurred to me before. And then it's like, okay, well, now I'm like, huh, kind of stuck almost. Like, it wasn't like a reset, but it was just like, dude, this is annoying. And I ran into a boss like that in Shin Megami Tensei 3. It was particularly like, it was like in the underground. It was the underground tunnels. Not Matador. Not Matador. But it was one of those, like, only ones. I can't remember. But, like, essentially the whole point was that, like, you could not hit it with magic. So it was like, it was pretty much weak. It was pretty much strong against magic. But, like physical attacks kind of worked, kind of. And it did an attack where it will, like, it could legit kill your entire party if you didn't have the right thing to, like, you know, to reflect it. But the thing was that, like, once I died from it and I knew what it could do, then I was like, okay, well, let me go back. And then I used the actual right thing to be like, all right, let me go ahead and, like I, like, once I was like, oh, it's gonna do the AOE, all right, reflected, it hit itself. They just keep hitting, and then bam, it was done. So that was that. But yeah, um, all that to say that, yeah, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei 3, and like, like I said, I'm actually enjoying it. It's a pretty good game. It's pretty interesting. Um, I was almost like, I was kind of hesitant to play it. Um, like, so that was only because of the fact that, like, oh man, there's some, like, of course, some topical stuff and imagery and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, if you're on, hold on, if okay, first of all, okay, let's do it this way. Okay, if you're on Twitch, let me know if you can hear me. Because last time I was talking for a while and then, like, nobody on Twitch heard me and I was upsetty spaghetti. So there's that. Yes, if you're on Twitch, please let me know if you can hear me. Um, if you're on, then I'm gonna go over. If you're on YouTube, I don't think nobody's on YouTube right now from what I see. But just in case, if you're on YouTube, can you hear me? Matter of fact, I should probably type it up. Are you able to hear me? I just did that and things on phone. All right. And then, if you're on TikTok, are you able to hear me? Uh, let's see. I got a flash goal, yeah. Let's see if I can get 3 roses in 15 minutes, y'all. Yeah. That'd be cool. Like, I don't know what roses do. Like, how people get paid on here? I don't know. It's like, you get a rose. It'd be cool. I'm like, hey, you got a rose? Send me a rose. Send me a rose. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, trying to sort all these out, man. I'm just sorting out first, and then I'm gonna like sit down. Then I'm gonna start folding. Um, but yeah. So let's see. Uh, and I'll put it on here too. Are you able to hear me? All right, that's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, let's make it if anybody hears me on I get a ding. If you hear a ding, that's from the Twitch side, OBS. Anyways, um, this is so cool actually doing this way. I know there's other ways of doing like multiple streams at once because especially I want to do that for video games. Like because right now I just mainly do it for Twitch and do video games, but I would like to do video games on here too. On these two Twitch, you're cool. All right, I'm like I got like 3 cameras happening at the same time, so it's kind of weird. I like to do it on YouTube and TikTok too. All right, I'm nearing the 3 month point. How do I stay sane? Um 3 month point of what? Of point of what? Of school? Abstaining? Um, abstaining what? Unless you're like you gotta be clear. Well, that's on you, man. Like I don't know, like you know, and that has nothing to do with this. So you could ask somebody else about that. But nonetheless, I will say though, definitely definitely wait till marriage. That is the thing. That's a godly thing, I will say. But yes. Anywho. Um, but yes. We're on here and we're trying to talk about JRPGs, man. That's it. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Thank you for the likes nonetheless. All right. So, anywho, I think the one. Let me check something real quick. So you can refresh this. Okay. Well, actually, I don't need this. But yes, as far as JRPGs, any questions, any thoughts related to that? Uh, if you keep on talking about it, though, that's one thing about doing these topics. I learned that making a topic actually really helps with being able to converse, even when like nobody is like on there and such. So that way it feels like you're talking to somebody in the room, and I like that. I like having conversations. But yes, um, other JRPGs I like, or maybe even question, would it technically be a JRPG? Like Would Zelda technically be a JRPG? It's more of an adventure game, but sometimes I do question that. Like, is it a JRPG? Like, I mean, you are technically role playing as a character. Um, you're going on. Yes, you're going on a set adventure, but it is made in Japan, and like I say, you are going on. Um, you are, kind of role playing. You're making choices and such. So I guess you could say it kind of is. It's kind of weird to say because I don't really hear many. I don't think many games use the term adventure games anymore. Um, I say many, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty, but I'm just saying that I think many do. Um, I'm over here like trying to figure out. I'm just gonna roll this up. She won't be upset. Okay. Anywho, ah, but yes. Um, and please, folks, if you do come on here and yes, make sure it's legit. It's related to what the actual subject is. Don't ask something stupid. Real talk. Don't ask anything like, and also like just yeah, just stick with the main topic. I think I'm gonna start ignoring. It should just do that. It should just start ignoring people if they're like, you ask something random and it has nothing to do with like the main subject. I'm just gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna answer that. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a big sheet. Oh my gosh, man. There's so much stuff in here. Oh, okay, let's see. Anybody on here? Yeah, no. Okay. So many people join on TikTok. I will say, like, compared to, talk about that one day, but each of the thing that, each of these, that you do get random people on, more random views on TikTok. You know, YouTube's kind of you and then Twitch is Twitch. Twitch is. You know what? I'm not. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And then also, I think what's it? Okay, there we go. I was wondering about that. I was like, yeah, man. Hmm. 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 All right. I'm looking over here because of the fact that I have two monitors and I have the Twitch screen over here. Yeah, I should know that. You should know that by now. Anyways, life stuff. All right. Oh man, my head is killing me. Okay, I was going through a sickness these last couple of days, but that's all right. Anywho, by God's grace. Ah, Anywho, yes, 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 yes. Yes, I am. Um, as far as like trying to think of other stuff. Oh yes, Pokemon. I haven't been in Pokemon in a while. Um, I have not touched Pokemon. I should probably do a hot take on Pokemon, but it's been ages since I've one watched the anime. So that's like, and it's been real, real long since I played any of the video games. Like I have no clue what is up with Pokemon. Like I only know through like memes and videos and such, but I have no idea what is up with Pokemon nowadays. I really don't. It is so crazy. Welcome in. But yeah, uh, let's see. Yes, if you have any, I should like probably start playing music on here. I really should. You know what? No, why not? Um, well, only thing is that like there's the whole. I guess it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be bad. Just look up like copyright music. Should play some JRPG music. Why not? No. Man, Die Hard about this series. You get to get that game back, dude. About done with like sorting these. So like, I'm gonna be like, that's it. All right, there we go with this chapter. Now it's time to legit fold. I thought about doing like DJ. Might do that one day. I should just start doing DJ stuff. Should that there's so many. All that cream. Mm. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Do you have any questions or um, yeah, anything related to JRPGs, Japanese role playing games you want me to talk about or you want to debate about? Go right ahead. Oh, shit, I want to do this one. I guess I'm doing it like the wife taught me this, like the way holding up when it comes to what you call it when you like travel. Gotta pack a lot of clothes in your bag. It's really helpful, especially when we went down to Winnipeg from Thompson, Manitoba, and like for a wedding and then our honeymoon. We were gone for plenty of days. But yeah. What game is this? It's right now. Oh, Arc Rise Fantasia. I wanted to play that one. I really did. But I never. See, there was so many games I wanted to play, but I missed out on. It's just like life and work and blah blah blah. That's one of the things, man. As you grow older, well, it depends, I guess. But that's part of the reason why I want to be honest. I kind of want to get into the whole streaming and uh, video content stuff. It's an excuse to be able to play that stuff, even though it'd be for work. They'd be like, "Well, it's for work." But yeah, because I love playing these games, man. I love JRPGs, man. They're just Japanese role playing games. There's something about them compared to other genres, man. It's like they're so they can be so over the top at times as far as stories and blah blah blah. But man, they don't. You can't tell me they don't have heart, bro. They got heart. Welcome in uh, on Twitch. I'm live streaming on multiple things. Are you able to hear me? And if you are able to hear me, is there any questions you have regarding JRPGs? I'm playing JRPG music right now. Like I'm playing like a thing on YouTube related to JRPGs. This one is from Arc the Lad. Oh, is this the third one? Twilight of Spirits. I think that was the third one. I actually liked Arc the Lad, man. Arc the Lad was dope. I only played I only played number three though. Where is Arc the Lad on? Did I see it on Steam? That's all I got right now. Is I got PC. Um, I had game consoles. I gave them away for reasons, but yes, it's like I was saying earlier, so many games I missed out on. Like, and now I'm trying to get back into them and play like remasters and blah blah blah. So, but they're so good, man. Like when you play in the time and such, and I love their way of telling progression. I just literally did a video on YouTube. Go check it out. About progressing. And there's that whole thing of like you feel like am I progressing? Like I know I am, but I kind of feel like I'm not. And I kind of feel like JRPGs really shows that, especially in their narrative design, because that's the whole reason why I know the joke is that like, oh, you started out you're fighting like a rat, and then like at the end of the game you're fighting a literal god. But the whole point is that you're supposed to feel like that's kind of the point. Is that you're supposed to feel as though as if you progress, that you're so strong that you're able to tackle almost anything, you know. And that's supposed to be that. That's how the heroes are able to tackle like you know the world and such. Now I'm just over here like, what's this one from? Oh yeah, this is from uh, uh, Atelier Iris, Internal Mana. That I played the. I think I played the second one of that one. That's a pretty okay game. I thought it was okay. Um, there's the whole alchemy thing. And two was especially the one where you had to like. I don't know if they did in the other games, but it was like the hero is down at the bottom and his friend, and she was at the top or whatever, and like whatever she made at the top, the party at the bottom could have, and then they can like vice vice versa. So you kind of like help both worlds out. And I just switched to Baton Kaito. It's like it's supposed to be for study. You know? Man, Baton Kaitos, man. Wait a minute. I know they re-released it. On is that on Steam? I'm gonna get that. I played a little bit of that first one, and those card-based ones, man, those card-based JRPGs, they were dope. It's like if I ever made I want to still make a game. I still want to develop games. I actually was going to talk about game development today. I thought about doing that, but I was like, I don't want to go into that right now. But I will say this: if I ever did develop a video game, I do want to develop like like a JRPG inspired one. And I've always had in mind I want to have the graphics of Final Fantasy Tactics, the original, like that aesthetic, and I wanted to kind of like a beat 'em up style action gameplay. Um, so yeah, I've always wanted to do stuff like that. JRPGs in general, I always wanted to do like something related to that. And like I said, the press system is kind of interesting and very inspiring. I'm surprised not a lot of people use it. But then again, it's like that's almost like that's almost a staple in that series at this point. But yes, if you're sticking around, please if you're watching, please like, follow, share, whatever you can, repost. Um, it would really help out, and I would really appreciate it. And you guys are more than welcome. Like I said, you can always ask questions or you know share your own thoughts on stuff. Just like I said, keep it within topic and keep it appropriate. You know, don't be a troll on here. Real talk. One, you most likely you'll get ignored, and two, you will most definitely get you'll most definitely get ignored, and you'll most likely get banned. So just saying. Let's see something. But Fire 3, like a little bit of that one. I really might get that one. I have Breath of Fire 4 on GOG, and like I was so glad to finally buy that game. I know emulation is a thing, but I'm not a big fan of it. So I honestly prefer to just like I would like to actually purchase it. Although I know that a lot of people say that at times, like, well, to be fair, if the company is not, if they're not like asking money or getting money off of it, it's like, yeah, which is a thing. It's like it's kind of weird. Like you're not making money off of this. You're not showing you care, but you care when it comes to like, oh, we're like you're emulating the game. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, it just feels weird. Feels weird to me. Like probably eventually I'll get around to it. Psalm 23. Lord is my shepherd. Indeed, he is. There's, I wonder. You try to jack it, but I like my own street. Yeah, I like it. Let's see some more. Try to hopefully get on board there. This is good. It's so weird. It probably looks weird. Like I'm just like moving around. Like, what is he doing? I'm like, I'm trying to. I have. I decided to put my phone for the TikTok on like my like little essential stand thing, and I'm just like now I'm over here trying to like so I'm trying to look over it. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, that should probably do it. Maybe that'll get more people now. All right. Anyways, and this should be the last of the tops. Okay. Rapid fires, green, sun. Heck yeah, bro. Oh, this way. Are you able to hear the music, by the way? Um, anybody can play music in the background? So I'm hoping like that could be played, that could be heard. Just to give it a little life and such. Mhm. Yes, okay. I'm actually gonna try to share with us. Um, right. I'm actually gonna try to like do a little like self promoting real quick. So, I'm try to share. I do encourage you all to share the like. Yeah, I'll go ahead real quick. Pause the line. I'm following live on, so that way I can. Okay, at least I know on Twitch that I am like I can't be heard. That's the matter. I was like, can I see this? Oh, All right. Then let's see. And what else people is doing? Um, yeah. Okay. Am I still watching on? Okay. There we go. Okay. There's like, hey, I gotta. A little self promotion. Hopefully, I'll get to I don't even have to. You know what I mean? But until then, but yeah. Mhm. Mm, 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 yeah. Breakfast for cannot wait to start playing that. I'm streaming that. Then learn how to, then I can. Well, on videos and I can stream on Twitch. I'm like, how do I stream onto multiple platforms at once? Because I know some people they do YouTube and then they also do talk at the same time. Uh, that ability. I tried earlier actually. The only problem was it actually got me to get in their camera, but I was like, for these though, I could just do this. I could just pull up YouTube. Let me see something. Oh, what a, did I make sure? Okay, that one is working. And then I can use my phone for TikTok. I'm doing the challenge. Yes. I don't know why I'm doing the JRPGs just also have a very good music, man. And man, they just kill it, man. Like, I don't care what game it is, man. Like they just kill, bro. Always, and like, they just be bangers, man. We'll say that. They just be bangers, man. But yes, thank you for coming on. If you come on and such, you're more than welcome to ask a question about, say, genre, any particular games, what's in mind. You know. I think one that comes to mind, for instance, is for Final Fantasy. I love. I'd probably say my favorites are, and actually, I'll say this. I will admit, I have yet to play many of the original ones. Like when I say the original ones, uh, then it's the original Nintendo ones. So two of six I haven't fully. I played some of six. I have played some of six. I didn't get there far in that game. But I did play. I think the last I played on it, but like um, I think the last part I stopped at was when I had Val or Gal, whatever his name is. Um, like, we're gonna like stop you because you're over here making your own thing. So anyways, I did play a little bit of four, yeah, on PC. But like I'm gonna get the original games. I am planning on doing that. That is gonna be a thing. I do want to play all those games. I'm gonna play the Dragon Quest games. Like I want to play a lot of those types of games. I'm so glad that Square Enix is finally starting to do things like, hey, we're gonna just even on the remasters. Like I'm glad. Like, hey man, that's cool, man. At least give a lot of us a chance who never experienced it. Because a lot of us didn't have money, or we didn't, a lot of us didn't keep our systems and such. That's the thing. And then to be fair, man, like, I know a lot of people crap on, you know, Square and all that jazz. They'd be like, oh, to be fair, they did do a lot of re-releases back in the day. I don't know if anybody remembers that, like, they used to do a lot of that stuff for, like, the PlayStation and, like, the handheld systems and such. They did do a lot of that. Like, they advanced games and such. So there were opportunities for people to play. It's just a matter of like again, like some of us, it's kind of hard to when you're like, well, like I want to get this game, but then like you got all these new games, and then there's like, yeah, like not everybody has a job, dude. Some of us were in school, bro. That was the thing. Some of us did both. That was also a thing. Yes. So for me, after a while, it's just like, man, like you got bills to pay. You got I keep up with rent, man. Like, man, responsibilities, dude. I joke. Remember that. You got responsibilities. You- I wonder if um, uh, like lowering a little bit away. I'm wondering if the people like on YouTube, can you hear me on YouTube? Okay, I just thought a barcode. Anyways, because I'm like I'm playing music on YouTube, and then like I'm also live streaming, and I'm like, hmm, like can you actually hear me? Hmm. Music's almost about to put me to sleep, dude. I'm fucking tired. All right, I gotta hurry up with this. Thanks for coming on, Kyla. Appreciate you. It's good to have like genuine support. Yeah, I'm streaming on all three, so I'm doing the Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok thing. I bet you will with that. like, uh, hmm. Thank you, real crap. Like, but yes. I'm over here like giving myself a bunch of hearts on YouTube. Is like, is that a thing? Can you just do that? I guess you can. I guess you can just send yourself like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what these things. Sweet. We'll be like, thank you. I'm telling my own like little reminder thing. Thank you. All right. About near dawn with you only got like these pants and let's see other pairs of clothes. I'm gonna put this right now. I like put some clothes that's buried underneath here. Like underneath like a lot of the like stuff like that. Sheets and towels. Okay. It's like my goodness. All right. All right. So before I even do the jeans, I'm gonna go back thing. All right. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Cool. Checking to see if people are coming home. I see nothing yet. Say that's crazy, dog. All right. That's cool. For about hours. Sweet. I need to like. I should next time I'm probably gonna pick a more popular RPG. I don't know. I thought JRPGs would probably get people in, but like it could. I guess. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll do music. Speaking of music, well, what's the song is this from? Oh my gosh, Evolution, let's go. Yes. I didn't get up to the other girl. Like the Evolution was a dope game. Oh man, I love that game. I played the GameCube one, which if I remember that one was more like it was a remaster, not a remaster, I guess. I guess it was. I guess it was a remaster. It was a remaster version, whatever. And it had like it was like the complete edition of the game because it was like two games of it, right? And they had like on the Dreamcast and they combined it together for the GameCube one. Like GameCube did that a lot, man. That's one thing I don't think a lot of people give GameCube credit for. I think I don't think they give um, GameCube credit for it, but like they used to have like um, a lot of remastered games on there, man. Like they had like Sonic Adventure games, all that jazz. It's not like, man, but yeah, Evolution, that game was so fire. It's like it's been ages, man. I like I did like that game. I would like to play that again. People always talk about like things like Skies of Arcadia. Yo, where's Evolution? Where's that game? Like, where's Evolution World, man? I love that. Bring that back, please. I want that game. That was a dope one. Trying to think what else. Oh man. Oh man. So many JRPGs I would love to see come back. I'd like to see the original, just the original. Thank you for the like on YouTube. I like to see the original, just the first three games at least, or the first two games of Wild Arms. Like, then work up to three, then four, maybe five. Wild Arms was a dope series. I would love that game to come back. I love that series. There's so many of them. That's the thing. There's so many series, so many JRPGs. I was saying earlier about Die Hack. And like I love GU, but I love the original OG. How about that? Bring back that series. You know, you can play all of that in one game. But yeah, or even have it where like each game is like a DLC. Play it like a legit MMO. You know what I mean? So that would be like. I think I would rather they remaster that. Like they actually like redo everything with that game. Thanks for coming on. And so many people coming on the TikTok. Ooh, Grandia. I didn't see. Do I have Grandia? I was like the other day, like yesterday, I thought I had bought the Star Ocean 2 one on Steam, and I was like, it turned out I didn't. And I'm like, did I buy Grandia? I hope I did because I really want to play that. Like, I really want to play Grandia. I played Grandia 2. I played Grandia 2. It's like they got Inazuma 11. What? I'm on Steam right now, like looking. It's like a sports RPG, right? Yeah, it's like a sports RPG, whatever. I'll add it to my wish list because I've always like I like level 5 games. Level 5 JRPGs are legit, man. Those games are dope. I feel like you cannot go wrong with level 5 games. Like I mean, it's Dark Cloud, bro. Dark Cloud, man. Let's see. Granted, do I have that? No, I don't. Oh my gosh. Oh, this upsets me so much. The fact that I'm up in Canada too, it's like it just means like, huh? I thought that they were both in one thing, unless. Hmm, hmm. I don't know how I feel about that. Trials of the Sky. I think I never got into that series. Ooh, that Leonardo. I might have played a little bit of that one. Let's see. Thank you for coming in, Bobby. Could play that. Like the most recent game I have bought as far as the JRPG was that one that starts with an M. Metaphor. Metaphor Re Fantasio. Like, and I want to play that. I can't wait to play that one. Real talk. Like, seems dope. Um, here's one thing about that game. That game requires so much space on your computer. So like be prepared to delete a lot of stuff off your computer or get extra or a hardware drive, whatever. Be like, hey, I'm gonna like play more games on here. Yeah. I wonder, like, should I just get I think I'll see if I can talk with somebody. See if I can find one of my favorite creators to talk with me. I've always want to do podcasting anyway, so maybe I could get a chance to do so with someone. Because that'd be great. Maybe I should just ask a question on here. Let me do that. So let me go ahead real quick. So the question I'm asking on, like, well, this is to my TikTok people because you can't type on TikTok apparently. But I'm asking the people on YouTube and on Twitch is, what's a JRPG you would recommend to anyone? Even if they've never played JRPGs. All right, there we go. Try to get people involved. Hopefully, maybe somebody will come on. Anyways, but as far as for my answer on that, you know, as far as hey, um, JRPGs. What's a JRPG I would recommend? I'm gonna be honest. Like I was telling somebody else this, and I gotta make a video about this one day. I really do. But just not even just as a JRPG, but as a video game in general. And I mean to anyone. I mean, it doesn't even. Of course, like probably not babies. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like anybody who's like able to read and appreciate a story, welcome in, welcome in. The question I'm asking is, what's a JRPG you would recommend to anyone to try, even if they've never played JRPGs or Japanese role-playing games? Um, I would say I would recommend Kingdom Hearts 1. I will honestly recommend that game. And this is coming from somebody who was there when it first came out and got it that Christmas. Um, and we had, did we have the greatest hit version? No, we didn't have the greatest hits version yet. No, we had the regular. Gosh, we had the regular before greatest hits. Um, but yes, it's like, what am I doing? I was like, I think I was doing okay. Anyways, um, but yes, I will recommend Kingdom Hearts 1. It's it's so fantastical. It's just it's such a lightning in a bottle type game, Kingdom Hearts 1, that it's 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 hard to believe that such a game was even made. And when you find out how it was even conceived, is one of those things where I know some people are probably like, oh, it's just it's like if you don't believe, like I know like it probably shouldn't be equated to this, but like if you can't believe that in some ways how God worked, that God works in mysterious ways. This is one of those moments where I'm like, dude, this is such a blessing that they happen to be in the same elevator or whatever, to see Nomura and them, and they were just like, he was like, hey man, I have the idea. What if what if Disney meets Final Fantasy in anime? And they were just like, okay, to an extent. But like, but what makes it so dope is just the fact that like it's so whimsical. It really does make you feel you know, like you're a kid at heart. Um, I just love it when you're on Destiny Islands and there's always the whole bit with you, Sora and Riku. But yes, you and Riku, when you have that race. And it's actually interesting that if you lose, whether you lose or you win, um, there's like this sense of like Sora will get the same animation But like Riku's response will be different. Like he'll say if he wins, of course he'll be like, you know, like of course I'm better than you or something like that. But if you win, he'll still like have like, and whatever, like it doesn't matter. And it's that feeling of like, the little brother or like the younger friend trying to one up their like, their older friend and such. There's that. But I love this sense of like I love it where it goes into things like, friendship and such. But it also there's a real harsh moment. And this is like spoiler territory for anybody who's never played Kingdom Hearts 1. Um, I will say definitely at some point, like it's um I mean it's been out for ages, but it's kind of weird to say this on stream, but like the best I'm gonna say is this. There's a moment and it's towards the end where you are tackled with a situation where people that they kind of leave you behind for a brief moment. And as a kid, it kind of hit me. It was like, man, it kind of sucks, man, because this is my team, bro. But then I'm supporting 3,000 to the first 10 people to inbox me. God is good. Stay blessed. Well, that's what's up, man. Um, God is good. I'll tell you that. I don't know about the inbox, but I'm like definitely say that. You can let them know they can get daily bonus points after completing all daily. Okay, cool. Anyways, but as I was saying, this is talking about JRPGs and Full and Talk. Welcome, by the way. Um, but there's a moment you get where you're betrayed and such, and you're like, as a kid, it hits you because you're like, dang man, I was with these people, blah blah blah, and it really hurts, and it still hurts when you're an adult. But when you think about it as an adult, it's so different because you have to think in their perspective. And that's one of the things, like, I don't think most games don't really do this, where they don't really give you the chance to look at everyone's perspectives. And it's not it's not to say that, they show you their perspective per se. They kind of do. But the whole idea, though, is that, you know, they're like, they're doing a job. And it's like, do we do this because we care about you, or do we do this because we care about blah blah blah? And there's so much layer behind it. It's such a good game. Kingdom Hearts 1 is so good. That is definitely a JRPG I could recommend to anyone. Like I said. And like I feel like it hits on so many different levels every time you play it. It's one of those games I can always go back to. And it doesn't matter like how old I am. I think that's dope. Um, excuse me. Also, I think this is probably a bet, so I am gonna have to be like, sorry, man. And yeah, that can. Yeah, like I said, I don't play that mess. So, anywho, that's like I got stuff to fold. Oh, anyways, sorry, y'all. In a minute, but yes. So, it's like I said, full to talk. But yes, though that's definitely a game I would recommend. Is Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2. I wouldn't want to recommend the series, but it's just well now you get the whole series like on PC and it's like honestly, man, like just like recommending like it's like 9, 10 plus games or whatever. So, but definitely, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 1 definitely worth checking out. Welcome Japanese role playing games today. So I'm only gonna respond to those. Um, in any case, almost done here, but welcome back. Um, yes, and also just keep in mind I am also streaming on multiple platforms at once. So if you see me looking around and talking to different screens, it's because of that. Okay. Anywho, getting that out of the way. Ah, man, should have waited. Anywho, all right, sweet. Now then, okay. But there was another one I would recommend. Like I said, the Final Fantasy games are pretty good as a series. I definitely would recommend Final Fantasy, but as like I said at the beginning of that one, at the beginning of this, Final Fantasy is kind of tough because it depends on the system, and I kind of want to go into a ranked video one day of um, like which game had like the best system. I know a lot of people they're kind of mixed on Final Fantasy 2 system because it was the whole thing of you you level up by whatever you did. So for instance, I think it was if you attack, your strength would go up. If you defend, of course, if you defend, your defense will go up. Um, there was something about like I think if you heal, that's how your health will go up, your endurance will go up. So there was like it all depends on the different things you did, and I'm like that's actually kind of cool, but I think people were kind of thrown off by that. And it could be the case too of like, well, if you're jumping from the first game and then you're going to a different game, well, yeah, you're gonna be like, wait, what? Like I'm used to this, but two sounded interesting. Um, yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, she might be using some socks then. Okay. But as far as systems go, some of them were like Final Fantasy VIII had a good system. I feel like, and I tell a lot of people, on paper, it was a great system. Like it's one of those systems. Like, man, this sounds really cool, but in execution, it just kind of falls off. And it depends. Like the whole draw system of like drawing magic from your enemies. I think that's kind of cool. Um, the whole junction thing where it was like depending on the element or the magic you place on yourself, um, on certain stats, it can like buff it up and it can give you certain advantage. Like if you put fire on your damage, it'll raise or your strength. It'll raise how it can raise up your damage, but it also gives you fire damage and all that. Um, but I think it was just a lot to keep up with. I don't know if I want to roll these up. I guess I could. You could do the same thing. And I'll just tell her that it's in here. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, let's go ahead. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I want to play music again. If I want to get back to Grandia. Grand Stream Saga. Never heard that one? Sounds kind of cool. It's my game. There's so many good games, or so many games to try, and it's kind of sad that there's so many Japanese role playing games where back then they were like, oh, it didn't really do so well because the system or whatever. But it makes me think of what Pro Jerry once said about Sonic Adventure 2, where he's like, kind of weird how later games get, flagged for like some of the stuff that it does, but yet it gets praised for, you know, it gets praised there. But he's like, I guess you could be like, well, maybe it's because of the fact that like it was the first to come out, whatever. But it's almost like a reverse of JRPGs at times. Like, later games do this, or earlier games did this, and people are cool with this, but this game gets flagged. Oh, well. I still want to play Hoshigami. Oh, Grow Lancer. That's one I like. I know I've heard of, and I would like to play someday. Hmm. Almost done here. Well, I thought, anyways. Cool. Cool. All right. A reminder on there, huh? There we go. I was like wondering about that. I was like, why am I not seeing getting in the chat on there? Switch. I'm like, oh, okay. I suppose I could put the bells on here. But like if I'm rolling up like this, we could put them on this. And lay them in that basket. Okay. Hmm. So nice out. Once I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna go out for a good walk. Can I see if the wife will go with me? JRPGs I can think of. So many, like I said, so many I can think of that I want to talk about. And actually, I also do one of my favorite. Sometimes I think about like video ideas. Um, I really want to do one day. I think one that comes to mind is like my favorite JRPGs or whatever on um, like on each system that I play, of course. And if that was the case, it's kind of a tough one. PlayStation would really be tough. Like we could probably go through there real quick. Let's see. Super Nintendo. What I consider, I mean, I guess I could consider. I was thinking about Final Fantasy VI, and I was like, what I consider. I didn't play that one on a Super Nintendo. I played it on like PC, but it was originally a Super Nintendo game. So this was a Chrono Trigger. Actually, I love Chrono Trigger. No, I do like Chrono Trigger. I'm not gonna hang on the game. I'm not gonna hang. That's hot takes. Chrono Trigger isn't bad. It's actually really fun. It's really good. But if you're trying to write out text, man, I think there's like a later thing. That's why it's like you can actually just go to the game fine. You don't even really need to grind out on that one. You can just play it and you're fine. But if you're trying to get text, man, good luck, dude. If you're trying to get like the magic abilities, because in that game, it's like you go to an area, it's like, oh, there's only dropping, two per monster, two tech points per monster. Well, how many tech points do I need for the next magic ability? Oh, 300. Oh, that's cool. That means I gotta fight 150 monsters. Goody. I'm just like, dude. But yeah, I need to go back to the game and just not even don't even worry. Like straight up, don't even worry about like the text. Just like go through it and be fine. But Final Fantasy VI definitely is a good game. Mystic Quest is good too. I hate when people hate on that game. The game is fun. Mystic Quest is actually pretty fun. Um, I want to play the Mana games so bad. But yeah, I had to get. I'll just give it to. And then so like I said, I kind of consider Zelda somewhat of a JRPG. You know what? I give it to. I could give it to Link to the Past, but you know what? Yeah, because I can tell there's probably gonna be some haters. So I'm gonna give it to what you call. Thank you for joining in, by the way, Russ. Thank you for joining in uh, on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank you very much. I think Chrono Trigger is a perfect mix of story and gameplay. It really is good. Mitigation. It really is good. It really, it's a good game. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is good. It's like I said. The only thing, it's like for me, I think it's because like okay, so I tried playing that game so many times throughout my years, and it's funny because I think I had it once on. No, I bought it on PlayStation Network. I bought it on PSN when it was with that collection. Uh, I bought it then. I had got it later on PC once, and then I bought it on Steam, and I had Steam for a minute, and then last year when I actually started legit streaming on Twitch, I uh I was like, man, this game is actually really fun. I like the story. I like a lot of stuff about it, but like I was saying that grinding though, man, for the text, I was just like, dude. But I learned though, like somebody was telling me that if you like layer on in a game, they actually make it more accessible, so you don't even really need to. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna go back into it and just try to play it straightforward. 'Cause you honestly could just play the game fine without this stuff. Um, but yes, um, I was going to do like the different games, like different JRPGs, my favorites on each system. Yeah, I'll give it a Chrono Trigger's good. I give it. I also I love Chrono Trigger. I love Final Fantasy VI though, man. Like I didn't even beat them. I haven't beat them. Like there's so many games I love that I haven't beat. like I like you know what games I actually did beat though were you know what, I don't care. I played it. You know what those games are fun. Those are the time. SNES games they're all a tie. You know what I mean? Like it's harder to choose like the best one in that. That's like unfair. You know what I mean? Um, as far as let's see, N64, NES has the best JRPG. It do. I'm not actually. I will say that. I'm not even gonna front. Well, I will say this. Yes, actually, yes. And I'm not gonna front. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna front that. No, it is. It's legit. That's a legit comment. Yes. Like SNES best. That's why I'm like, yo, please bring some of these games that we never legit got. Like, um, what was that one? Terranigma. Like, I want to play that one so bad. Demonic games, I want to play those. Like, I have yet to play those, like legit. But I'm like, hey, they're popular for a reason, man. Now that's the thing. Um, I think of Genesis, I almost forgot that. But I did play a little bit. I think I played Shining Force. Did I play that one? I'm trying to remember. Like there was something on there I did play. I've yet to play Fantasy Star. I remember Final Fantasy 7 overpraised, playing again recent. The remake um or the original. Um because like I would say OG. OG Final Fantasy 7 is I don't want to say it's overpraised. I get where you're coming from though, because it's like it's one of those. I will say this. I will say this about Final Fantasy VII, the original one. I love that game wholeheartedly, and it's one of those games where I could pick up. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier about like what's the JRPG you would recommend to anyone, even if they never played. That would probably be my second choice. The only reason I say that is because it's fairly simple. Like if I managed to play that game as a kid and beat it and and all that jazz, I think it's fine. Uh, I will say though that I think people give him in a way. I feel like people give him more credit than it needs. Like for instance, um, the material system is dope, but this is like I was saying about turn off the music. Unless if you like the music, let me know. I'm playing music in the background. Even on Paradise, huh? Never played that series. Never played that game. Anyway, but my thing with um Final Fantasy 7 was good because of the fact that I know it's the one that it got lots of people into things like the JRPG scene. It got a lot of Americans into the JRPG scene. It got a lot of Western folks into like the anime aesthetics and all that jazz, blah blah blah. And like the material system is pretty okay. I never could get some of that stuff though. Like I never got Knights of the Round. I never got that. I never did the whole breeding thing. because I was just like, I didn't understand a lot of this stuff, so I just went on. You can play that game fine. You could beat that game just fine without doing any of that stuff. I don't know, like overpraise is better than eight is the worst one. Is the worst one in my opinion. Man, I just talked about that. Okay, I just talked about like as far as oh, I was saying about Final Fantasy in general. One of the first major things I said about the Final Fantasy games, the problem I think I have with it is that it's never consistent with itself as a series. You know what I mean? Like they have. I mean, I give it credit that it's like okay, here's like the standard thing, like the magic, the magic names, the chocobos, the Nugos, blah blah blah. But it always keeps changing itself, and I think that's one of the major problems with it as a series is that it keeps changing its system. And I don't like a lot of series do that, but but like Final Fantasy in particular is so frustrating, and they really started doing that. I believe with the PlayStation era games. Um, eight was I was just saying eight is good on paper. Like it sounds interesting on paper, but I talked about the whole like junction thing. Like that's kind of interesting. If you put a certain magic to a certain ability, or to a certain ability to a certain stat, you get certain abilities with it or whatever, and that's like props. That's really dope. I respect that. I like that. That's really cool. But then you have the whole draw thing, and then there was the whole. A lot of people don't even really know this, but did you know your money and your experience were based upon I think like your ranking, like when you took those tests and they were like yeah, all that jazz. So that was a thing. So yeah, there was a lot of annoyance with eight, but seven was dope. I love nine's ability. 10 was pretty good too. But yeah, um, as far as the PlayStation one goes, so I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I will say that. Um, Tactics is by far my favorite, probably on there. I love Tactics. It's so good. And I'm not just saying that because the game just came out again. I'm glad that game came out. Never played nine, playing soon. Yeah, nine is great. Tactics is Kino. Yes, Tactics is indeed Kino. And like one thing with nine, a lot of people don't know this. I did too. Oh, did you get stuck with I know they pronounce it Weegraph or whatever. In the I still say Vigraph or whatever. I actually got that's the first game ever. I think the first and only game. Oh, this is oh Legend of Dragoon. All that game. I was like playing the music. It's been so long. Um that's the only game where I got what do you call that? I got save locked, I guess. Where it was like I like so heads up for anybody who's never played Final Fantasy Tactics. There'll be times where they'll have a prompt before you go to a certain stage, and they'll be like, "Do you want to save this?" And I'm gonna quote one of my favorite YouTubers, K Bash, where he said, "If you ever see that prompt, run and go to the nearest guide for reals, because I got like I got locked in the because I did not know. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I did not know how to get, and I could have used the internet, but I did not know how to get Ninja or any of the other like um bu- 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 other classes and such. I was going through the game fine with all the basic stuff, I got to that, and I was like, all right, okay, bet. Like I just normally jump blah 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 with Lancer, dude. I would get one shot at all the time, and then if I beat his first half, then it was like the second part of that fight. I was just like, I was done. I could not do it for the life of me, and I had like the best fighters ever at that time, and they were strong. I could not do it. So I actually had to like restart the game, go online, be like, how do I get these? Once I figured out Monk and Ninja is a thing and put it on Ramza, I was set. That was my go-to thing. Like two-handed Ramza with a jump of a Lancer, blah blah blah, punching people. That was it. Two times. Let's go. That was it. Tactics is dope, but Tactics does not forgive, man. It's almost like the early version of what I talked about with Shin Megami Tensei, especially Nocturne. But like I said, Nocturne is not that bad, except for like certain parts. It's like Nocturne would just be like they'll just throw random things at you. You know, they'll just be like, "Hey, here's this boss where you have to do this tactic." Where did this come from? But Tactics was like, you better be like, you better be studying this game. Like, it's Tactics for a reason. Kino game, Tenshi, love that thing. And yeah, you know what? You mean uh, Tensei, Megami Tensei. But yeah, those games are dope. I love those games. Oh man, going through each system. I'm about done. I think I don't know what she wants to do with this. Let's see if there's anything else in here. You know how it is. Sometimes there's stuff stuck in here. All right. But yes, now I'm glad. Like, thanks for coming in, by the way, and talking with me. This is dope. Y'all can go ahead and talk, man. Like, I'm here. That's what I love to do. I love to talk out here, man. I want to talk to you people. I'm not just talking to the air. I don't want to just do that. I want to talk to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about JRPGs. Um, but yes, I was like thinking about. I haven't yet to play the Fantasy Star game. No, wait. I did play the one on the PSP. I think I played the demo of that one. That one was okay. It was all right. But like I know people like Fantasy Star is like legit. And I never I don't know, I never played it. I think because it just looked kind of basic, the original one. But I'm like, I gotta get into it. I gotta get into it. But I think I played like a Shining game. I played some tactical game on Sega Genesis. I can't remember it though. But I know I did. N64. Was there are there JRPGs on N64? I think there are, but I just like are there? Oh, there's Paper Mario. I never played the original Paper Mario game. I did play Thousand Year Door, and I love that game. That game was dope. Yeah, Sega Genesis is more for arcade games. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, like there was Quest. There was Quest 64. It was that. It was that game. Oh, snap. What was that one? Oh my gosh. It's okay. If I said okay, I can say I guess or here's a question. I say Zelda is kind of a JRPG. Sort of. I mean, that's a hot take right there. I kind of feel like it is because you kind of do stuff like in a JRPG. So I guess technically you could be like, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Um, there was those Castlevania games. Um, they were pretty dope. I don't want to say they were kind of like JRPGs, but they were kind of dope. Um, I forgot to say, welcome man, Axolotl, Enjoyer. Terrible games. All the Castlevania ones. I actually got lost in. I played the. I think I only played like maybe the first one. I can't even remember. They seem so similar. I was like, but I played the first Castlevania one. I remember you had like you could choose a boy or the girl. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the PlayStation ones. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Symphony of the Night. That's a really good one too, man. See, I would be like, as far as systems with good JRPGs, I would be like probably SNES, and right behind that, probably PlayStation One or PlayStation Two. It's hard. PlayStation Two has some really dope ones though. It really did. PlayStation Two has some dope games. Like I said, that's where I played. I played Grania Two. Uh, there's this one called Okage. A lot of people don't know about that game. The Shadow King. That game was legit. I love that game. I've rented that game so many times, and I played it so many times. I love that game. Man, don't at me, man. I love that game. Um, it's just like it's just some of those games where like I don't know, like they were kind of like mind numbing after a minute. Yes. The last one. You know what? I'm with you on that. SNES, PlayStation One, and PS2. You know what? I could get behind that. I gotta give it the Final Fantasy for as far as the Final Fantasy games on PlayStation Two. Like actually, I don't mind Final Fantasy 10 too. I don't mind that one. Actually, that game is actually funner and funner. It's like you know what? You know what? It's fun. It's not. It's not harmful. It's fun. Um, Final Fantasy 10 was cool. I love that game. My dad played that game like crazy. And I love playing with him and such. I could never get like the secret stuff. The 10 was spectacular. That's a game I could. That's one of those games I could be like, yo, play this. But like, I gotta give it to my homie Kingdom Hearts One because I was saying earlier. Oh yeah, Uncle play the method. Yeah, man. Like, you know what? It's like the thing is like those games, dude. Like, but like I said, I gotta give it to Kingdom Hearts One, man. No one talks about 10. I was like, I feel like, yeah, nobody really. I've seen some stuff, but it's like, what blows my mind is like, yo, you can go beyond 9999. Like, you could do that. Like, oh snap, I didn't do that much. That's that way over grinding stuff. Like, oh, okay. Um, I didn't clock in like that. I didn't do that. I was more of like, I'm gonna go straight for like the story stuff. I tried doing. I got all the weapons. I did do that. I got all the weapons, all the sigils. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it so much in 10. I hated doing the like that lightning one. Oh my gosh. I hated that so much. I hate getting Lulu's thing. Gosh, I was lame. I hated it. But I did it. Um I'm trying to think what else in that game, man. Like gosh, yeah, that game was wild. Parasite Eve. Oh, I played a bit of that one. I did. I want that to come. See that I was just talking about earlier too. Like, it's cool that on the one hand, it's cool Square Enix is doing all these like, hey, we're gonna remake these games, but like at the same time, I'd be like, yo, bro, like, or we're gonna remaster these games or re-release, bro. We get Parasite Eve? Like, can we get that one, please? I would be great. I'm surprised they didn't do that one yet. Um, but who knows? Maybe. I look at it like this. Now I'm like this. You know, if we got Final Fantasy Tactics, you know, we got that. You know, we could probably get those games. Who knows? Um, oh, I forgot to talk about the Breath of Fire games. Like Breath of Fire 4 is like, yeah, it's pretty legit. But Final Fantasy 12 is fun, pretty okay. I think my only issue with Final Fantasy 12 was that it felt like it wanted to be a MMO RPG game, but kind of like a kind of like Die Hack, but it was kind of lame in a way because like I didn't choose when to attack; it just happened. Which again, like okay, typical MMO RPG type stuff, but I kind of wanted the choice to do it. Um, and then I'm trying to think what else. Die Hack was dope. Like I said, the original Die Hack series was dope. I have yet to play GU. I think I have GU on Steam. Let me go on here. Let me look at my games. Do I have Die Hack? Let's see. Yes, I do have Die Hack. I do have that. At least I have that. Well, thank God for that. All right. Oh, I also have Alive Alive. I forgot it. I have Alive Alive from the SNES. Huh. Hmm. Okay. Like, I have that on Steam. I had to remaster that game. Die Hack was a cultural movement. It was. But it was crazy. I watched this one video on YouTube where it was talking about what you want to talk it was talking about Die Hack, the original series. And went into talking about how it's kind of interesting that you had to watch the anime. It was really it was unique in that it tried to incorporate three mediums into one, but the problem was you had to have either or. So like it was like because of course they had like the game, then it had Dahak sign, so it referenced that. So it was like if you didn't, which was pretty much this prequel series to that. So if you didn't watch Dahak sign, you kind of didn't get what was happening in Die Hack. You kind of could, but they were like, they left out certain spots because they were like, well, Die Hack Sign kind of explained this. Then, then there was like the Die Hack series. There was like the DVDs that came with Die Hack, which was dope. But at the same time, it's like one, those had like codes to certain areas, and then also if you didn't watch those, you want to understand why certain things happen in the game that they talked about. And it was a certain thing that happened towards the end of the games where it was like, it was actually because this happened in the OVA that was in the DVD. But it's also messed up that if you had bought the game used and it didn't come with the DVD, you were kind of like, okay, you were kind of lost. So I kind of like what that one person brought up though. That like, if they ever do remake the games, like try to either like I would one, it would be kind of cool, maybe remake / remaster it, but like incorporate all that stuff to where you can have it firsthand. Like you can even do, they can even do like they did with the Shenmue re-release on Xbox, on the original Xbox, where they did the whole like if you oh thank you Ko-Fi for letting people know on there. Even though people probably don't use Ko-Fi. Anyways, where you had like a DVD that explained like, oh, this is the events, or we shorthand everything. Shorthand everything in .hex sign. Play the games, have the OVAs in there with it, and then be like, or just tell the story by itself and incorporate all that. Even have anime cutscenes. I don't know, but it just feels like it's cool. They kind of work on that. Also, they did bring up a point that was like it was kind of weird, where because he was like there's a certain part in the game in part 2 where like Mistral was like, oh, I never heard of this thing. He's like, what do you mean? Like you were with me at the end of the first game, like, oh, that's because you weren't relevant as a character. I could have had anybody there, so it didn't matter. And it's like, well, that's weird. Like, why wouldn't you have her relevant then? But I think they should have it where it would be kind of cool. Actually, it would be really dope. This is a if I don't know, like it'd be likely that anybody from Cyber Connect 2 and all that jazz were to watch this. But if they were, who knows? If they were to watch this, here's my suggestion for a Die Hack remake. Have it where it feels like an MMO. Like I was saying earlier, like it'd be cool, like you put it on Steam and kind of make it feel like a legit game where like an online game where you have to buy DLC, blah blah blah. It's kind of lame, but you know, or free DLC, fine, whatever. Um, but have it where depending on who you have, it can alter like the story and lines and blah blah blah. So depending on who you had with at the last part of that game or certain parts of the game, those characters will become more relevant, whereas other characters probably won't. And it could actually even be a drawback to where if you didn't have certain characters with you or you didn't play with certain characters at a certain amount of time, they'll be kind of like online where they're like, okay, well, they'll just ghost you and you may have to try to find them again and blah, blah, blah. But I think that would be kind of interesting. I think that would be a cool game design to do for Die Hack or something like a spiritual successor to Die Hack. But yeah. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna go through real quick because then I'm gonna like pretty much I'm gonna end this. But yeah, because like I said, I'm already done with the close. Done with the close. And yes, I do a lot of these folding talks. I might I'll try to do another one over time. It always just depends on like, you know, honestly when like stuff gets done and I can like, you know, of course, sit in front of the camera. Um but I was thinking about like maybe going through another genre and of video games. I might do I think it would be cool to talk about maybe talk about fighting games. I love fighting games. Like a hot take on fighting games and such. I did do anime and manga before. I did, you know, biblical stuff. Recommendation anime. Yeah, I did that. I could do it again. Like I could do anime again, but I kind of wonder if I should do like. I think if I did anime, I want to do like a specific genre because it's kind of hard, especially like when people are like, "What anime do you recommend?" I'm like, depends. What are you into?" So like maybe talk about like, oh, Macross. Ah, dang it. Well, that sounds like I haven't watched Macross before. Like I've watched the some of the original series. Um and Macross Plus. Well, yeah, yeah, 90s anime. Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be cool. You know what? I might just do that. I think I will. Thank you. Thank you for that. Nobody else is objecting. Anybody else wanna chime in? Anybody wanna say something? You know? I got 3 platforms. I only got one person telling me, you know, these things. Thank you by the way. Uh Meta Geisen. I hope I'm saying that right. Or Meta um or Meta Geisen or Geisen. I'm gonna say that. Anyways, thank you so much. Yeah, I think next time, yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind. 90s anime. Yeah. I can't guarantee when, like definitely next time, but it might be the only thing I can say is like definitely hopefully next week I could do that. And yeah, talk about 90s anime because I'm like, yo, definitely grew up on that. But yeah, as far as JRPGs go, like I said, for each system I played, PS3, that's hard. Oh, Nino Kuni was dope. Nino Kuni was legit. I love that game. I love that so much. That's such a beautiful game. I wish we could get back again. Mm. But yeah. In case, y'all take care. It was really great hanging out with you guys. Um, on Mother 2, ooh, I did play a little bit of First Bound. I did. I did. I want Mother 3. But I did play a bit of that one. I want to get that game again. I want to get that so bad. I want it so bad. But yeah. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for talking with me. This last bit was actually really cool. It was dry the first couple of hours, but or first hour or whatever. But you know what? This last bit was cool. This is what I love. So I appreciate it. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace.